we have another edition of Angela's Homeschool. Number one, Angela's Homeschool. You know, it's come to my attention when I do book Benevolence, which is where we give out free homeschool curriculum and manipulatives to local homeschool families, that one of the subjects that's bound to come up is, how do I teach spelling? Or my kid doesn't get spelling, or he forgets, she forgets the words that she's learned to spell later on in the curriculum. And retention of the spelling words is very important. You know, vocabulary words are a different matter altogether. But we're talking about spelling today. I'm going to do a quick show on this. And so spelling, let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. If you look at your child's reading level, and you find out what the reading level is, the words that they're learning and getting used to and immersing into their world, you'll want to start a level below that level. Like if they're at a third grade reading comprehension and they're reading third grade words, you need to get them to learn second grade words to spell. This doesn't matter, does quite a few different things and instills confidence in them. And 90%, if you test them on spelling words that are at their grade level, there's going to be issues. They need to be able to soak in the words that they're reading. Give them time to get comfortable with those words. Very important. Now, a lot of homeschool teachers miss this one important fact. Do your spelling list a level below where your child is reading. Now, in the public schools, they have a large number of children to make sure that they keep in order. So a lot of people that do homeschool, the parents, that they come from a public school or private school environment where they have to have rote words. We're going to do 10 words every week. We're going to do 15 words every week. You're going to write them down 5 times. Or maybe it's a workbook where you add ed on the ending of every spelling word. You know, that's just jargon. That's just an easy thing for them to remember. Just put ed on the end of the word and I'll have it correct. You really want your child to learn how to spell. Now, children are going to take the path of least resistance. This is true. There are a number of different spelling resources, and you know, there's Spelling City, that's a website. Horizon Spelling and Vocabulary, though it's been more popular in the past 5 years than now, it's still a really good one, and it allows some flexibility for the student that needs to work on, you know, maybe tailoring the writing assignments for individual students. You know, I think Abeka is a little bit more advanced. It doesn't go a level below for the spelling. So, but with Abeka, you can get the spelling book for the grade below. You could do that. So it's something to really consider when you're choosing a curriculum for your homeschool environment. Goodness. Spelling, oh gosh, there's so many different ones. I like spelling games. We play a lot of Scrabble. I have my children do a lot of crosswords because that gets them fully involved in it. You know, there's lots of different sites that you can go to. I really like Spelling City. I do. And if you have a very young one, starfall.com is really good for the emergent reader, you know, to get those diphthongs, to get all those correct, for them to really fully know how to read. And your child needs to know how to read before you give them spelling tests. Like in first grade, they do not do spelling lists in the very first month, or kindergarten. You know, it's getting more advanced in the first grade in the public schools finally. And, you know, the spelling tests come a little bit later in the semester. So if you can remember that rule of thumb, to have your spelling list a grade level below what they're learning to read, the reading comprehension that they're at in their grade, do it a level below. And you're going to have a much better experience, and they'll be able to retain the spelling of the word. And I'm talking the early primary, when they're learning how to spell. Then you could add vocabulary to the spelling tests. Keep it simple a little bit in the beginning so they have a confident start. So those are just a few of my how to teach spelling tips. We'll have more in the future. But I just wanted to do this real bit because I'm going to be busy for the next couple of days. Maybe I could do a couple more podcasts. We have book benevolence coming up, and I'm looking forward to answering all different types of questions and talking nonstop when I'm there. So maybe, I don't know, I can't tell you exactly when I'll have my next show, but I'm going to keep note of the questions that the new homeschool moms ask me. I've gone over quite a few of them, and I hope this helps. So, and there's always also handwriting to be considered, and I highly advise Handwriting Without Tears. Mardell's is a Christian store, and it's available at many other stores as well. So I advise that you might want to take a look at it. It's called Handwriting Without Tears. If you have a child that's not spelling well, odds are that the handwriting is in trouble as well. So that's something to take a look at. Again, you can contact me on Facebook at Angela's Homeschool. I have a Twitter, Angela's Homeschool. And I think I got a YouTube channel. I'm not for certain. I haven't uploaded anything yet, but I do have plans to do that. So, at this point in the game, I'm going to say this ends our transmission. And this has been another edition of number 1, Angela's Homeschool.